Dropping that one. I already dropped two today.
Oh yeah, there you go.
What if the best passer in England left the comfort of Manchester and walked into the chaos of Naples and still ran the show? Tonight we follow Kevin De Bruyne, from the kid at Genk to the bench at Chelsea, to the fire at Wolfsburg, to the prime years that bent the Premier League, and finally to Italy, where he has to prove the engine never stopped. Why did he leave City when he looked untouchable? Was it minutes, money, a new challenge, or a body that needed a different rhythm? And how is he still slicing teams apart in Serie A, a league that loves to close space? Here's the promise. By the end, you will know three things. 1. How he became a generational talent and climbed the ladder to the top. 2. The real reason he chose Napoli over staying safe. 3. The simple changes in his role that kept him elite, even with new teammates and a new system. Stay with me, I will show you the turning points, the small details you can miss on first watch, and the moments that made Naples believe. Let's start where the story really begins, in Genk's academy. From Genk to Germany, the pattern was simple: give Kevin minutes, get production. He rose through Genk's academy, debuted in 2019, and by 2010-11 he was a starter with 5 goals and 16 assists. Chelsea bought him in January 2012 for around £7 million, loaned him back to finish the season, then sent him to Werder Bremen in 2012-13, where he proved he could carry a side every week. 10 goals, 10 assists in all comps. He returned to Chelsea for 2013-14, assisted on the opening day versus Hull, and then the minutes vanished. In January 2014, he chose Wolfsburg. Within 18 months, he was the Bundesliga's assist king, 21 in 2014-15. DFB Pokal winner, Germany's Footballer of the Year, the full playmaker unlocked. Why he left Chelsea is the saga. De Bruyne has said it flatly. He didn't see a pathway to play. I decided to go away because I felt I didn't have any chances of playing at the time. I didn't see more opportunities coming, he told Sky Sports years later.
I came into City as a Chelsea reject. People wouldn't pay for me to watch me and all that stuff. That's what people really said.
He called that moment a career low, not because he doubted his level, but because he couldn't afford to stall. Inside the building, the conversations were blunt. In December 2013, Jose Mourinho reportedly laid out papers comparing Kevin's tiny sample: 1 assist, 0 goals, 10 recoveries. To William, Oscar, Mata and Schürrle, who'd played far more, De Bruyne's response was just as direct. Those players had 15 to 20 games, he had 3. If the club didn't truly want him, he'd rather they sell him so he could play senior football every week. Mourinho's public framing later was that Kevin and Mohamed Salah were kids who couldn't wait. Kevin never hid that he wanted to play immediately, consistently and decisively. That wasn't impatience, it was career management. Within days, he moved to Wolfsburg, January 2014, where the thing he was asking for, starts and trusts, turned into output at historic volume. The split then wasn't a talent verdict, it was a minutes verdict. Chelsea offered status, Wolfsburg offered the ball, De Bruyne chose the ball, rebuilt from a low point, and the rest? 31 goals involvement in 2014-15, then the City era is why the story matters. After that, Manchester City didn't just buy a creator in 2015. At £55 million, they bought an answer to low blocks. Across 10 seasons, Kevin De Bruyne won 6 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 5 EFL Cups and a Champions League, as Pep's compass. The metrics match the medals: 413 City games, 106 goals, 169 assists, 41 from outside the box, 7 direct free kicks. In the Premier League, 277 matches, 70 goals, 117 assists, 118 all-time including Chelsea. He owns the best minutes per assist rate among 50-plus appearance players, 1 every 177 minutes, and shares the single-season record with 20 in 2019-20. Since August 2015, no one has more assists or chances created. Only Fabregas tops his career chance total. He has goal involvements against 30 of 33 opponents, tormenting Southampton the most. Partnerships: 19 to Aguero, 13 to Haaland. Even after injury-limited minutes this season, 1,112, his legacy is still clear. City's true geometry bender. All good things end. De Bruyne's City story: 6 Premier League titles, a Champions League, 2 FA Cups and 5 EFL Cups, was gilded, but even gold ages. At 33, going on 34, his body began sending reminders. Hamstring relapses, broken runs of starts, minutes rationed. City's model is merciless. They judge the next 12 to 24 months, not the last 10 years, using training data, availability and speed of recovery. The verdict, his future output would not match his past. Kevin wanted to stay. By his own words, he hadn't been offered a new deal. That hurts. He still believes he can perform at this level, and cameos suggested as much, but the club's timing machine has retired icons before. Silva, Kompany, Aguero. Sentiment yields to renewal. There is no scandal here, just the arithmetic of elite sport. A player who changed the league's geometry confronts the blunt edge of replacement cycles. Yesterday's masterpiece doesn't guarantee tomorrow's contract. So he leaves, not because the story soured, but because City protects the ending. They prefer farewells a season early to a season late. Harsh? Yes. Necessary? For them, yes. And for Kevin, another truth endures. Endings are also always beginnings. The pass is still in his feet. Naples didn't ask Kevin De Bruyne to be someone else. It asked him to begin again. He arrived with the number 10 and a point to prove, and the response has been pure KDB. 2 Champions League games, 2 assists including a brace of inch-perfect feeds for Rasmus Højlund in a 2-1 win over Sporting, a night where the Maradona crowd heard the old music in a new stadium. Add the league form, 3 goals in his first 5 Serie A appearances, and the new beginning has numbers, not just vibes. What changed? Mostly simple things. First, starting one line deeper. Instead of living high between full-back and centre-back, he often drops alongside Angasa to bounce a quick 1-2 through pressure, then accelerates into space. That tiny shift buys him time against Serie A compact blocks and restores his favourite angle. Right half space, ball on the run, laces ready for the skidding through pass. We saw it on the opener versus Sporting. Win it, wall pass, stride, slip. Then the late winner from a recycled short corner. The classic whipped cross to the near post. Second, chemistry. With a sprinting number 9, Højlund attacks the same channels Haaland once did. So the cues are familiar. Run early, play it even earlier. De Bruyne himself said their movement profiles rhyme attack the space, vary the check and spin, and the tape already matches the quote. Third, tempo selection. Under Conte's more vertical 3-5-2 or 3-4-2-1 phases, Kevin is releasing sooner and carrying less, which keeps his legs fresher and Napoli's rest defence set. The output chance volume with over-dribbling fits the brief of a 34-year-old genius who still picks locks in 2 touches. It isn't flawless. There were sparks with coaches before. At City, he sometimes argued ideas with Pep, and Pep liked it because it pushed his level even higher. In Naples, Conte subbed him and Kevin bristled. Conte answered firmly. Kevin clarified there was no issue. Another manager pressing the right buttons to get the best out of him. Here is where the story lands. From Genk to Wolfsburg to a decade of blue ribbons in Manchester, Kevin De Bruyne kept solving the same puzzle. Create time and space when there is none. The medals and the math at City will outlast any farewell, from 6 league titles to a joint season record of 20 assists and the best minutes per assist rate in Premier League history. He left because elite football is ruthless about tomorrow, not sentimental about yesterday. That sting also opens the next door. In Naples, the door is already open. 2 Champions League matches, 2 assists and an instant bond with a sprinting 9. 3 goals in his first 5 Serie A games. The tools are familiar, the setting is new. Start one line deeper, bounce the wall pass, slip the skidding through ball before the block sets. When the angle changes, whip the near post. Coaches still push him, he still pushes back, and the standards stay high. If you came for answers to why he left, how he remains elite, and what comes next, you have them. The shirt changed, the geometry did not, and the next chapter is already playing to a full house at the Maradona.